Listen, do not pay your collection before testing out this letter. I'm making this available free of charge. Feel free to tip and share this with somebody who you feel may benefit. And if we get this to 100 likes, I'll give you the part 2 to this letter once you test it out for yourself. Now, this is known as what I call the debt assignment validation letter. And I created this, so you're not going to find this anywhere else, but I know it's effective and I know it can work because a lot of people don't know about the assignment clause that's built into these debt collectors or even people that appear to be trying to sue you. So this letter is powerful as it relates to that. Of course, you can just take the letter based on what I show, or you can grab the link available, but feel free to give a tip. So what the letter looks like at the beginning is your personal information. Anything in the brackets, you swap it out for the information that's listed in there. Plain and simple. Next up is their information. So if you see a debt collector showing up on your credit report, usually their information is down at the bottom where you know exactly where to mail to them. Or if you received a letter in the mail, which many people have received letters in the mail, and sometimes it's a debt collector, sometimes it's appearing to be an attorney trying to sue, you still want to consider sending this letter because it holds them accountable for the rules and the laws and the codes that they're supposed to be following. And if they receive this, then a lot of times they start backpedaling. Quick example, I had a client who used this, and this was actually a student more than a client. And I told her to use this letter. She said, hey, they said that they were going to, remove it from my report, or they were just going to leave it alone and leave it in the hands of the main 3 bureaus. Well, this was not based on what the main 3 bureaus were doing anyway. They were trying to attack or come at her and sue her and doing it in an unlawful manner. And this letter pushed them back. So right here it says the subject line, demand for proof of assignment of debt. If you're not familiar with the assignment of debt, basically they have to have some type of assignment that proves that they have the right to even collect that debt. This verbiage represents that. And this is a simple letter. So basically it says, to whom it may concern, I am writing in response to your attempts to collect on account number or reference number. And you can have that inserted in there, basically exactly how they show it. If it's just all X's and 2 numbers, do it just like that. Don't give them more than what they have. And then they basically say, it says if available. So if it's available, you list it how they've listed it, not anything more. If it's not available, don't worry about it. And then you say, I do not recognize this debt as valid. And before I engage in any further discussion regarding this matter, I am formally requesting that you provide 1, a copy of the original signed contract between myself and the original creditor establishing the alleged debt. It's all alleged until they prove it. And you need a copy of the original signed between, you as well as the original creditor that established the alleged debt. Emphasis on alleged. Number 2, a complete chain of assignment or sale showing that you have been legally assigned or have purchased this debt from the original creditor. This is powerful because we want a complete chain of assignment, not just some cookie cutter, copy and paste, screenshotted looking thing that they may send to make you look as though that you owe, but we need a chain of assignment that shows that you have legally been assigned and or have purchased the debt from the original creditor. If they are able to provide that, this is going to be proof that the creditor sold it, and that can be used for a later time as well. Then it says this must include all assignments from the original creditor to your agency. All assignments, not just a couple of them, all, meaning fully inclusive. Number 3, proof that you are authorized to collect this debt in my state. A lot of people are trying to sue in areas that they don't even have jurisdiction in. They don't even have authorization. They haven't even been certified to collect in your state. So we need that proof, including your debt collection license number. Because if you have this, then, okay, you may be operating lawfully. You may be operating in a legitimate manner. Most aren't. And they just bank on the fact that many people are just going to get terrified and just pay. And oftentimes I've seen when people pay a debt collection, it doesn't help their score in any way, shape, form, fashion. They feel like it would, so they pay it and they just want to get them out of their hair. Meanwhile, they collected the money. They did nothing in response. The item still stays on your report. Your score is still jacked up as a result of it, and nothing got accomplished. If you're ever going to pay, and this is a sidebar, you want to get something in writing that says they're going to remove it. not just pay it based on fear. You want to make sure you hold them accountable because the burden of proof is on them, meaning that they have to prove that they have the right to collect and that you're the person who owes this debt based on the chain of the assignment. Very important. So proof that you are authorized to collect this debt in my state, including your debt collection license number. We need that. Then it says under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, because any debt collector, they're supposed to abide by the FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Basically, there's the rules that govern how they conduct business, how they practice business, and relevant case law such as Bradshaw versus Hilco Receivables LLC. So we're bringing in a court case, not just the codes. Of course, the codes are powerful, but if it's a court case and it ruled in a certain manner, then that's proof that what you're getting them to do or provide is based on a court case ruling that has already been successful. So it's power in that. And then it shows 765F, SUPP, 2D, 719. You can look that up separately if you want to know the ins and outs of how that played out. But this is a court law or a court case that took place that already was successful that aligns with this letter. And it says you are required to verify your legal right to collect before pursuing collection efforts. So before they pursue collection efforts, they are required to verify their legal right to even collect. Before you even pursue collecting, see, they're doing it bass backwards, meaning that they are pursuing the collection of the debt without first verifying the legal right to collect in the first place. Very, very important. Then it says, if you cannot provide the requested documents within 30 days, you must immediately cease all collection activity and remove any related negative reporting from my credit file. Any further collection attempts without proper validation will be reported to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, my state attorney, and the Federal Trade Commission. Now, there are some things happening with the CFPB, but they're still doing things. So it's great to still include the CFPB. However, State Attorney General, Federal Trade Commission, they don't want no smoke with any of those entities. That said, we're letting them know, hey, if you can't provide the requested document within 30 days, you must immediately cease all collection activity and remove any related negative reporting from my credit file. And I'm also, putting these other entities on notice. Then it says this letter is sent in good faith, in accordance with my rights under federal law. Please send all written responses to the address above, because your address is up there and it says sincerely. And then your name. You don't have to sign it, just sincerely your name. In this case, now, if you're sending it notarized, which is a great strategy, and I'll show you some of the details of how to go about sending it, then, you will sign it in front of a notary public. But this letter is sent in good faith. In other words, govern yourself accordingly. I'm sending it in good faith that you're going to do the right thing. I'm sending it in good faith. So the energy is right. We're not, talking sideways. We're just holding them accountable and making sure that they're doing things in a lawful manner. Now, here's some additional tips for sending this letter. Number one, send via certified mail with return receipt requested. Sometimes people say you don't have to send it with return receipt, but it's just a good to have to get somebody to basically sign and prove that somebody received it. But certified mail, bare minimum, basically the certified mail allows you to have some tracking associated with it. This creates a legal paper trail proving that they receive your request. If they fail to respond, you have documented proof, because this could lead to further letters or even a lawsuit if they don't do what they're supposed to do. Number two, keep a copy for your records. Never send your only copy. Keep one for your legal protection. That's just a good rule of thumb. Number three, do not acknowledge the debt. This letter does not admit ownership of the debt. It simply demands proof. So that's why we called it an alleged debt earlier. So don't acknowledge it. This just say, prove it. If it's true, prove it. If it is, you shouldn't have no problem proving it. If not, move around. Number four, if they fail to provide proof, if they do not respond within 30 days, they are violating the FDCPA, and you can file a complaint with the CFPB, FTC, as well as the state attorney general. Number five, if they provide insufficient documentation, basically, if they send generic statements or internal records, but not an actual chain of assignment, you can send a follow-up dispute letter stating that their response is insufficient and demanding immediate cessation of collection efforts. So hopefully this helps. free letter that you can utilize if you fit this situation. I got more coming soon. And of course, if you want to donate because you got value out of this, or you know that this letter can add value to you, feel free to use any of the donation links below. Mr. Smith, signing out. Salute.